Greetings, greetings. I send you greetings from wherever you are in the world, and I bring you this message, and it's powered by neuromelanin. In the words of the late, great Dick Gregory, when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses, there's rules that go with them. One, you can never take those glasses off. Two, you don't see things as you would like for them to be. You see things as they are. And three, you can't force anybody else to wear those glasses. So I'm here with a message, and I'm hoping that somebody can get something out of this message. And we're in the great awakening period right now. We're at the end of times, okay? And all the chosen ones are being activated. I am a chosen one. How do I know that I'm a chosen one? Is because I chose myself. And if you want to read a little more about chosen ones, you can read a little more in Deuteronomy 7:6. And so, yeah, that's what it is. And I know that everybody has heard the phrase, many are called, but the chosen are few. There's a lot of people who have been actually chosen, and they were activated, but a lot of people decided, no, I'm not going down that road. Or a lot of them probably didn't even realize that they have been activated and they have been called, or maybe they knew that they was and just said to themselves that this is just not something that I want to do. And so, and everybody has that right. But when I was activated, I decided to go ahead and answer that call. And, a lot of people may be going through ascension symptoms. And ascension symptoms just merely means that, you're elevating in your consciousness, a higher state of being. You're moving closer to divine truth, higher dimension, and higher awareness. And so there are symptoms that goes with that. And it's not the scratching that I was doing in my last message, because I was scratching a lot when I looked at the video and I saw how I was scratching. But one of the symptoms is, aches, pains, and you just have a need to be out in the sun because, as melanated people, we need that sun. That sun is striking our pineal gland, and it powers us. And so I find myself out in the sun a lot, and I caught a heat rash. And so those heat rashes are really, really itchy. So I find myself scratching that rash a lot. But, the ascension symptoms, you can go from, just aches and pains that just come out of nowhere, don't know where it comes from. But of course, if you don't know that you're on this journey, you may start thinking that, okay, I just slept on my arm wrong, or, my pillow ain't right, I need a new pillow, or I bent over and picked something up and now my back is hurting. So you are going to experience physical aches and pains. There's no question about it, but, and I'm letting you guys know just so you would be familiar if you do go down this journey and you start feeling a certain way. If your ears are ringing a lot, that's definitely an ascension symptom. If you, what else? You're having digestive problems. Oh yeah, you're having really weird, vivid dreams. That you sometimes you wake up out of them dreams and you be like, golly, what the heck made me dream that? That is so weird. And they're so real, so vivid, so lifelike, until it just kind of freaks you out. So this journey definitely will have you doing that, scratching your head. And also, if you have a really strong pull to animals, I always have been an animal lover. But it is for some reason my love for animals has strengthened to the point that I'm just like, where did that come from? I mean, I noticed the bees, I noticed the birds. I notice squirrels. You know, the animals are just when they're on my radar, I just zero right in on those animals. And also, you know, might have some digestive problems, and you know, you wondering how come my stomach is always upset. You know, but maybe your appetite, it does interfere with your appetite as well. So I just wanted to give you a few of those examples, but the really big one that you may notice is number synchronicities. You know, if you're seeing 1111, 111, 222, 444, 555, if you are seeing those numbers consistently, um, pay attention, because more than likely you are definitely having a spiritual awakening, and you may not even know it. But I remember that I was having a very, very intense experience. You know, in the middle of the night, I went to sleep, and it was so intense. I woke up and looked at the clock, and I saw 1, 2, 3, 4. So it was 12:34 on the clock. So I mean, it's nothing to wake up at 3:33 or 5:55. I mean, wake up on the dot, look at the clock, and that's what's on the clock. So you know, that is just a sign that you are aligning with the Most High. We do have our angels, but we also have the ultimate higher power, or whatever, you know, whatever you want to call it, your higher power, whether you want to call it the universe. Um, some people may just call it source, you know, the great mother and father, whatever you're comfortable with. But that is the origin of all existence. You know, you want to call it God or whatever, but just know that that is the ultimate reality from which everything flows. So again, you know, whatever name you choose to call it, God, source, great mother and father, is totally up to you. But I wanted to just feed you that little tidbit. So if, just in case you're having any of those symptoms, 9 times out of 10, you're having a spiritual awakening. So I hope this helps. And, you know, hit me up, shoot me an email, or, you know, a text, and let's talk about it. Okay? Talk to you later.